Hello and welcome to Capricorn Makes. I'm Stacy. And oh my god, it's a video! What? Okay, so I swear I have not meant to be gone for like 6 weeks or 2 months or however long it's been. So I was away for a planned amount of time because I was getting ready for my international trip and getting everything all sorted here. And then we were supposed to be in Florida because we were going to Disney World and Universal Studios for a couple of days, and I have a Mickey Mouse shirt on because we did actually go. It was very important. And we had a good time. It was a big, stressful, crazy trip, but vacationing was all good. But what happened was the day that my mother left for vacation, she actually got a notice of her job being terminated. They were just like, thank you for your service. We're actually shutting down your whole department and no longer doing this anymore. So they gave her a severance package and all of that kind of stuff, and she's going to be fine. But she's like, hey, I'm free. Would you like a visitor? So my mother actually came back from the United States to New Zealand with us. And so I had an impromptu house guest for 3 weeks, on top of being away for my trip. But she was sleeping in my studio here. I put out a bed for her, and this is my doll room, this is my craft room, I do everything in this room because I'm at home all the time, and here's where I do all of my stuff. So I spent like 40 minutes sort of excavating this area that I'm sitting in right now, which is where everything had been in order to put the bed down for her. So I was kind of a little busy. And boy, oh boy, have doll things happened. Because in the week leading up to my, I'm not going to assume that you follow me on Instagram, but that is where information was posted that like you might have heard things from. Is right before I left, my Ella T. Edria head came in, and I hated her, and it was so good. Like, she came in and I was just like, oh, what is this? I don't. She's sharper than I was expecting her to be, and she doesn't like me and I don't like her, and it's fabulous. I'm looking forward to getting to know her. Because she's supposed to be sort of my main character for my story, and I'm just like, oh, you are spicier than I was expecting, because that seems to be a theme for my dolls. And that's good. That's good. I like that. Unfortunately, her head... okay, so my Universe doll head on the long soul body, yes, his head was a little bit small for the body, but I didn't mind the proportions. Until I got their heads together, her head came in, and it's like 2 size categories bigger than his head is. Like, her head, she has a very square-jawed head, and everything's still in boxes, so I don't really have anything to show you guys at the moment, but we're getting there. I will show it all off, I promise. I just kind of wanted to do a quick update video for you guys. But her head is the same height as his head is, so their profiles don't look terrible together, except for the fact that he has a very long, skinny face, and she has a very wide, short face. So when you turn them both so they're facing in the right directions, it is just very, 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 like, her face is almost twice as wide as his is, and it's just like, these dolls are not in the same scale at all. Not good. Which is okay. You know, I really, really love that Universe doll head. He's not going anywhere. I was thinking I might get one of the super skinny alien bodies from the Doll Chateau. Like the ones that nobody has because they're so skinny. And like dress him in like super sharp suits and things like that, because I think that might suit him. Otherwise, he might look really good on like a 65 centimeter really thin body, if I can find one that I like. Because he needs to come down in either width or something, because he really isn't in the same scale as these. Like, even if I got him one of the Universe doll bodies, which are 70 centimeter bodies, and they're quite skinny and they look nice, and it is an option. I could contact them and order one if that's the aesthetic direction I want to go into, because those hands are just wonderful. I could do that. but I'm just not sure that that is exactly the way I want to, because I think size-wise his head may actually look really good with a lot of the 60 centimeter girls. So if I have him on a shorter body, then there isn't that funky height difference. And so yeah, that put a little bit of a kink in my plans. And so right before I left for my trip, I'm trying to do this chronologically because I think it'll make more sense. I decided that I was going to get a little mystery friend to take because none of my existing dolls were really the right sort of thing for my trip. And I found one. I found a little, this is the cutie dino from Aimerai. And he came in, and he's very cute. Oh god. Okay, so here he is. It's the best I can do focusing wise. A new camera is definitely still on my horizon. But he's adorable and little, and my plan was to take him to Disney World and take pictures at Disney World. And I forgot him. So that's no good. It ended up working out just fine that I ended up leaving here because we had way too many people on our trip. So we were trying to like wrangle 8 people in wheelchairs and trying to coordinate, and it was just a mess. And I would not have had, like, having him with us would have been just one extra layer of complication that is just, I'm so glad I didn't bring him. But he was the only thing I forgot on my trip. I was like, oh, fine. But anyway, I'm so glad I got him. He's really cute. My husband and I have a like long running red dinosaur joke anyway. So when I saw him, I was like, I have to have him. And the only place that he was in stock was on Mint on Card. And I had found it. I'd never had an account with Mint on Card, and I was like, oh, I found him on Mint on Card, and I'm like, all right, he's not very expensive. He's like 20 bucks or something like that. But I'll have to get him shipped here, which is just as expensive as the shipping. I'll do that sometime soon. And the very next morning, like it wasn't even 12 hours later, Mint on Card announced that they were selling off their business. And so I was like, I'm gonna buy him. I'm gonna buy him right now. So I was in the car and I called my husband and I was like, can I figure out how to do this? And he's like, you should get it. You should get it right now. And so I did. And he's here. And he's very cute. And I'm very happy I have him. But I know that is not the resin you guys wanted to see. Because 2 days before my mother left, I just dropped her off at the airport yesterday. But yeah, I know that's not the resin you were here. If you've seen my Instagram, you know that my Supia body came in, which is the new 65 centimeter Supia like doll female double jointed. My god, this body is amazing. Like I was not prepared. This is a new body, brand new body. There just aren't any reviews out there. There were the company photos, which made her look pretty good. And I opened the box and I was not prepared. Like I would have wanted to wait to do her on camera, but my mother was still here and I really needed to check for damages. Now the thing about this is I was just wandering around the house going, I haven't heard from Supia in a while. I should probably send them an email and find out how much it's going to, or how long it's going to be, because I need to know when I will have the custom fees ready by, because she's a big doll. I was expecting to pay custom fees for it. They did actually mark the box the correct amount, but it was so badly scrawled on there that they didn't charge me anything. And later that day that I was thinking about the email, the package arrived. I was like, was not expecting this. So I will put those custom fees that I was saving towards the purchase of a new camera, because that seems to make sense. But anyway, so, I have a cat, hold on. So I'm one of the first people to get this in the sense that they, like, I don't know how many people actually have ordered and received this body yet, but they had like a Dreaming Rosie head available for the first 50 people who bought this body, and I got one of the heads, so I assume I'm one of the first 50, because they aren't just giving heads away for free, because those Dreaming Rosies are pretty expensive. I was trying to see if there was like a body number on here, but there is not on her certificate. But this body, you guys, this hybrid is just perfect. She is just freaking gorgeous. She, like, I mean, look at this doll. Look, I mean, she's She's 65 centimeters tall. She is, like the resin match is not as, like, it's obviously different, but, like, it's the same, color saturation. This is obviously quite yellow. This is that Fabu Sepia pink that is so pink, that I hear mellows pretty well. But she stands out of the box. Her engineering is crazy. I haven't had a lot of time to play with her, but she's just fabulous. Like, I can't even, I am so in love with it. And like, look at these chunky hips. Look at these chunky hips. She's just gorgeous. And like, her bust is not enormous, although she does have some serious headlights going on. I love this body. I love this doll on this body. I'm so in trouble. She's fabulous. So because all of the other dolls are basically in the long sole box, so they didn't get knocked around when my mother was in here, because she's not a big doll fan, so I did the courtesy of putting them all away. Oh, and I've lost my sunlight, but that's okay. So I did her the courtesy of putting them all away while she was here, and so they didn't get damaged and all. So they're all hanging out in the long sole box. I haven't unpacked them yet. I'm just sort of restoring my house to rights, but I wanted to get this video up. So I haven't seen her together with the long sole body yet. Now, because that body has lost its head, and I had been after, sort of low-key, like really quietly, because the artist didn't have very many left in stock, I ordered a Dalprika Nival, which was her first sculpt, and oh my god, she still had one in stock, and I bought it. And since it's in stock, she's gonna ship it out, and so that should be here quickly. Like, I paid for EMS, so it's not going to take very long for him to get here. He is in normal skin and my body is in white skin, so I will have some blushing to do. But he was designed to fit on the Spirit Doll, no, he was designed to fit on like the Dollstown 18-year-old body, which is almost exactly the same proportions as the long sole body. So I know he is a good size for that body. You guys, I'm so excited, because I have been wanting him for a long time, but I contacted her in like January, I think, and I was like, hey, are you thinking of doing another casting for this doll? Because I think he was originally cast in 2016, I think. So I didn't think there would be any left, because I don't know if she did a second run of him, but I was like, hey, were you going to do that? And she's like, I have heads in stock. I'm like, oh my god, I better not tell anybody so nobody buys him. But yeah, now that I've got one, I'm like shamelessly happy to be like, he's so cool, you guys, because he's very cool. So I'm hoping that these guys work out well together. If not, like, I had already planned on getting him for a different character in this story. He just happens to also work well for the character. But yeah, so he'll be here soon. So upcoming video plans. Oh, let's see. General doll news. Like, this video is kind of all over the place. General doll news. There is a New Zealand doll meet tomorrow that I'm going to, with, Euphorbic and like lots of other people here in the community. And Kate's going to be there. We're taking her. I have upcoming plans to, of course I'm going to do a doll body review on her because this body needs it. No, there's not any out there. But I'm still learning. Like, it's going to take me lots more playing to figure out like everything that's up with her. Every time I pick her up, I learn new things about her engineering and how she is. So that's very cool. I need more time to play with her before I can do a review, because I just am not done learning yet, and it would be silly to do a review before I'm ready. But I also am going to do a review of the, I have here Euphorbics Batchix Lagoon body, or the doll, and it is an awesome little body. it stands like a rock. It poses really well. It has seriously my favorite hands, I think, on an MSD that I've seen. Those hands are so expressive and so cool. So I will be doing a review on her. I'll be doing a review on the Supia body. I will like show you guys how ridiculous this head looks with the Universal head because it's funny. But that's still put away in the box. I may actually unpack the box on camera, the Longsole box with all the dolls, because I haven't seen them in 6 weeks. That will be really nice. You know, I mean, I just haven't seen my dolls. So it will be really fun to do like a re-unboxing of all of my doll friends on camera. But I have a busy couple of weeks. I have a busy couple of days ahead. So I mostly just wanted to let everybody know that I am alive and I am back and I'm working on things again. And yeah, I am so happy to be back, you guys. I have so many videos to catch up on and so many Instagrams to catch up on. Basically, people who comment or who talk to me are sort of getting like priority bumped because I'm like, oh, they've interacted with me. I should see what they've been up to. So like, I just have, you know, 2 months of stuff to wade through, you guys. So if I'm slow to respond to things, it is not because I've forgotten you. It's not because of things like that. I just have a huge backlog, and it's exciting to see what happens in 2 months. People's whole collections have changed. Some people are just like, I'm selling all of my dolls except for like these 3. So, and I'm buying all these other dolls, or like none of these characters are working out, so they're all gonna be all new characters, and I'm loving it, you guys. I'm loving seeing what you guys have been up to while I've been away. I just have this huge glut of content, and it's really nice. So, so yes, I'm catching up. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will be back really soon. I promise it's not going to be another 2 months with some more videos, and I will see you in the next one.